In today's video, I have 25 new, never before seen Minecraft village seeds. We'll see some crazy terrain, beautiful starter locations, crazy structure combinations, and a few basic village seeds too. So let's go ahead and see if one of them is what you were hoping to find. I found this seed with 2 lakeside villages at spawn. The clear split between the savanna and desert biomes looks pretty cool. Having the badlands nearby is pretty nice too. I just want to give a quick reminder that I play on Java Edition. Terrain on Java Edition and Bedrock Edition is the same, but structures like villages do not generate the same, so just know you'll likely only find the villages on Java Edition. I really like the look of the desert village. I'm always a big fan of villages floating on water, but the Savanna village looks pretty cool too, especially with the shipwreck right next to it. So what do you think? Do these villages get along as allies, or do you think they're rivals? I like to show a couple seeds like this one in these videos for people who are just looking for a basic village seed. The big plains biome all around this one is really flat, which is great for building, and we even get a blacksmith for a bit of loot too. So yeah, simple but great. At the end of this video, I'm going to have a mystery seed number on screen that may or may not be related to the theme of this video at all. It's based on a seed request I got in my comments that I went out and found. I'll reveal that comment next week, and I'll also find a seed for next week's mystery seed based on a request in the comments too. So go ahead and suggest what types of seeds I should find in the comments. There's a lot going on at the spawn of this seed, and it all looks really awesome. The windswept terrain and village combination always looks great, but adding in a witch hut like this just takes it to another level. Just looks awesome. I think it's pretty funny that these villagers are just kind of stuck here in this little cliffside cave area, and for some reason I think the solo swamp tree up here looks pretty cool too. So yeah, this is just a really awesome looking spawn. Some villagers decided to live out here in a mini desert surrounded by a mangrove swamp. They actually seem to be thriving out here too. I mean, there's clearly quite a few of them with all the buildings here. They've got lots of these little farms all set up. Maybe they're using this cave here for some mining too. One of them built out here in the mangroves, and the building looks fine, but the farm over here is struggling clearly. By all accounts though, they seem to be doing really well out here. I created a video about how I found this seed for my channel members. Go ahead and click the join button below to learn all about becoming a channel member and getting access to exclusive perks while helping out the channel. I found this mountain circle seed with a village in the middle valley. I mean, it's not the first time I've found one like this, and it won't be the last, but I do always like finding them. The middle area is just perfect for a base, the village already has you started in that process too, and the jagged peaks all around just look fantastic. These types of seeds are always just great. Taiga Island village seeds are always a personal favorite of mine. I mean, any island village seed is, to be honest, but there's no other village type that feels more alive than the Taiga village. I think the details like campfires make it feel that way. This one is a decent sized Taiga island, and most of the village is out on the water. It looks really cool. I just don't think I'll ever get tired of finding seeds with a spawn point like this. If I were recommending a snowy, cold type Minecraft seed to somebody, I think I'd give something like this. It has a village right next to spawn, and it's on top of a frozen lake. It just looks really cool seeing the paths laid out on top of the ice like that. Plus, there's also an igloo added into the village, though it's not facing the path. And yes, it has a basement underground if you were wondering. The village isn't all that safe though, because there's a pillager outpost nearby. There's also an oceanside village off in the distance. The only thing here that's really missing are some ice spikes, but overall, it's a pretty awesome snowy themed seed. Seeds like this have always been some of my favorites. Super simple, but just a great place to start survival. The spawn plains biome is just huge, and there's also a little cherry grove nearby, which is great. But the village and ruin portal combination here is what really stands out for me. The village is just 2 main paths, but it has most of the basics with a few farms, a mason's house, and a blacksmith. The portal looks perfect at the corner of the 2 paths, and you can always create some lore for the world for why the portal has gotten ruined. So yeah, simple, but a really great place to start out. Windswept terrain obviously looks pretty crazy. Adding a village to that windswept terrain makes for a really interesting place to spawn into a Minecraft world. Having some mangrove swamp next to this one is pretty awesome too. Personally, I like this house up here towards the top of the terrain, and I also really like how the blacksmith is kind of tucked in down here. If you're ever trying to test your creativity, maybe try building in some windswept terrain like this seed has at spawn. I tend to show really specific desert villages like those on lakes or in badlands or jungle biomes when I make these videos, so let's go ahead and look at a basic one here instead. Just a small normal village in a really big desert biome. I really don't look for desert seeds too often, but if you're wanting one, well, there you go. This seed has a quadruple village at spawn. I found this with the help of Doogie. Go ahead and check out his YouTube channel when you get the chance. So yeah, the spawn is in this village, which has a blacksmith, and right across from that, there's this village, which stretches into the water here, and that nearly connects to this other village, which also goes into the water, and then across from that is the fourth village, which also has a blacksmith and goes into the water a bit. If you just want villages, well, this one has 4 of them for you right at spawn. Just a reminder, I create a blog for every seed compilation video I make that has all of the seeds with coordinates in one handy list for you. Just click the link in the description or pinned comment to check it out. Seeds like this are always some of my personal favorites to start a new survival world. It's got built-in lore here already. The villagers have created a little harbor town, and they're either fixing up the shipwreck or building a new one for a new journey. They've clearly got a hole in their ship that needs to be fixed. The plains biome here is just perfect for expanding the village or building your own spawn base. It's just such a convenient place to start a new world. If you're looking for a village with blacksmiths, well, this seed has 3 of them. The spawn is in this really big but hilly plains biome. I'm sure you could make the terrain work, even if you just end up flattening it out. Along with the blacksmiths in the village, we get 2 masons' houses. Most people want the blacksmiths for the loot in the chest, so here's what I found in the first one, the second one, and the third one. So maybe not the most incredible loot all around, but hey, you still get 3 blacksmiths at spawn. This one has a ruined portal village and a pretty big savanna biome, so if you're looking for any of those things, this one's great for you. Personally, I really like the ravine cutting through here. I always like the look of buildings partly floating like this. So yeah, a pretty simple one, but it has some charm to it. I found this seed with an abandoned village mountain circle right at spawn. The mountain circle is made up of some jagged peaks. These are my personal favorite types of mountain biome. And then we get the abandoned village, of course. It's in the meadow biome and some of it stretches up the mountainside. Underneath this, you'll be able to find a trial chamber so you can explore this or use it to collect copper or whatever. Yeah, this is just a really cool spawn area. Woodland mansions and villages next to each other are always awesome to find. I mean, it's just nice having the 2 different structures at spawn, but it also looks cool to see the size difference between the buildings too. The spawn village in this one has a blacksmith, church, and armorer's house, and the mansion has an entrance in the Pale Garden. So yeah, nothing too crazy really, but it looks pretty cool. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. I try to have a new video with new Minecraft seeds every week. Some villagers in this seed have built their houses underground as sort of a doomsday prep or something. You can see here the rest of the village is up in a big plains biome. Lots of the terrain around the village is pretty messy, and you can even see some windswept terrain in the distance. This house generates on top of some water here. Then we get this entrance that leads down to those 2 houses underground and some meeting point stalls here too. But my favorite is this house over here that's covered by the waterfall. This villager has really gone all out with protecting the house, it seems. So with that, I'll ask, what do you think these villagers are hiding from? I found another seed that has some infinitely repeating mineshafts throughout the world. But first, I actually spawned into this world in this big crater thing here. It's really easy to just use the water as an elevator out, so it's really no issue. You'll quickly find a village near spawn too. You'll never hear me complain about an oceanside village. If you travel west to the opposite side of the spawn continent, you'll be able to find one of the sections of mineshafts underground. It just goes on and on to the world border, and as always with these, you can see on the map that there's different lines of them throughout the world. Always some of my favorite glitched Minecraft seeds to find. Living out here surrounded by the mangroves clearly didn't work out too well for these villagers. I mean, look at this. It's overrun by zombies and the buildings all around are abandoned. The buildings out here actually in the mangrove swamp look really cool, but I don't think that really helped out their chances of survival. So yeah, it clearly didn't work out too well for the villagers, but maybe you can fix it up and get things back on track here. This one just has a huge taiga biome at spawn. I mean, everywhere you look is just those spruce trees all around. I like this one for the caves mixed in here, makes it really easy to go mining. Sometimes these simple seeds like this are all somebody really needs. This Minecraft seed looks pretty cool. The spawn village is pretty small with only 6 buildings, and the buildings themselves look really small with the tall woodland mansion behind them. I always like the look of the crazy windswept terrain, but it definitely makes getting into the mansion a bit difficult. But yeah, this just looks really awesome. The only way to really describe this one is as a winter wonderland. I mean, it's just snow and ice all around. The village being on the edge of the ice spikes just looks awesome. And well, this feels like a winter wonderland. I I found this ocean village seed here. I mean, just plains villages isolated in the ocean have always been some of my favorite types of seeds to find. Just the floating paths and buildings have always looked awesome. This one is a church, a temple, and a blacksmith, and the actual island itself is just a really tiny plains biome. Yeah man, I just always like finding seeds like this. Seeds like this are always just awesome to find. I mean, you spawn right inside of a cherry grove, which is just beautiful, and a few steps away you can look right over that valley area. This one has a hillside village here. I really like the look of the church sticking out, and I like this building embedded into the terrain. I also like some of the dripstone cave openings around, and the lake in the middle looks awesome too. So yeah, I can only imagine the things people could build here. Let me know what you would build. This Cove village at spawn just looks incredible. You spawn into the world and you can immediately see the village nearby. The village ends up being its own little port or harbor town thing. And it's just no surprise at this point that I just always like the look of villages on water. And this one being an acacia village looks pretty cool because the orange wood really stands out against the water, plus there's lots of buildings here too, so that's nice. Just a really awesome spawn village. For more awesome Minecraft seeds, check out one of the videos on screen. And check out the mystery seed that's on screen now too. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here. See ya.